All right, we're continuing on chapter 18.1. If we take a look at number 6, okay, it is the same concept as the other one, as a rectangular prism. It's just shifted a little bit to the right. Well, guys, it's the same concept. It doesn't matter. The volume within the prism is still going to remain the same. So all we have to do is multiply 5 times 7 times 4, or 5 times 4, which is 20, times 7, which is 140 centimeters. Again, just because it's shifted to the right, to the left, the volume in the inside remains the same. Again, this is the same one. This is a cylinder. Well, the cylinder is just a little bit different. This is number 7. So we're going to go ahead and do number 7 here. So the 7, this is the volume of a cylinder. Remember, the volume of the cylinder, you need the base and you need the height. Multiply by the height. Well, the base of a cylinder is what? Pi r squared. And the height, well, in this case, the height is going to be 10 feet. So the only thing we really need here is to find the radius. Well, the radius of this right here, remember, this is your what? That's the diameter. Well, the radius is going to be what? Half of the diameter, which is what? 7. Good job. So this is going to be pi times 7 squared times 10 feet. Well, once we plug this into your calculator, this is what we'll get. Remember, if you use pi, you have a more precise answer. So 7 squared gives you what? 49 times, we get pi, which is over here, second pi. Doesn't look that good. There you go. Second pi. And then we multiply that by 10 at the end. Times 10. And we get 1,539.38. 1,539.38. And of course, this is going to be in cubic feet at the end. 1,539.38. So when we come back over here to plug it in, it says round to the nearest hundredths, which it's already done. 1,539.38. Oh, I didn't type anything in. 1,539.38. 1,539.38, confirm, and that is correct. Okay. The next question. Well, I'm gonna let you guys do number 8 on your own to go ahead and find the solution to this one right here. It's similar to the one that we previously completed. This is composite figure. Now, if in a composite figure, we have to find the volume of both the small cylinder plus the rectangular prism. So if we're going to go ahead and do this, if we look at the cylinder, so this is number 9. For number 9, again, we're dealing with composite figures. Okay? Well, we have two parts of the composite figure. Again, like I said, we have a cylinder and we have a rectangular prism. So we have to find the volume of the cylinder. So we have the cylinder plus the rectangular prism. Well, the cylinder, it has a radius of 4 and a height of 4. So we could go ahead and write pi r squared times h. I do this every single time to understand what is it that I'm finding. In this case, I'm just finding the volume, plus the rectangular prism is length times width times height. Now I can go ahead and input my values for my variables. So this is pi, like I said before. The radius here is going to be 4 squared times the height, which is 4. Plus, if I look at this right here, well, we have the width to be 6. We have the height to be 11. and we have the length to be what? 16. So this would be 16 times 6 times 11. Now I have to go ahead and work all of this out to get my answer. Well, here we go. So we have the first one. 4 squared is 16 times 4 times pi. And this calculator gives me the opportunity to plug in everything in. Plus 16 times 6 times 11 will give me an answer of 1,257.06. 1,257.06. Let's double check our work. So we have 1,257.06. All right, that's not correct. Let me double check my error real quick. Oh, it says round to the nearest tenth place. So it's not 0.06, it's 0.1. There you go. So I just didn't read correctly. It says nearest tenth place. So that's our answer right there. So in this one right here, guys, is very similar to the other one. However, I don't like how it's actually colored in. We're actually finding the volume of the composite figure. We have to find the volume of the first cylinder minus the volume of the cylinder in the inside. So again, I repeat, because it should be clear or white in the inside. So we're actually finding the volume of the big cylinder minus the volume of the smaller cylinder. So here we go. So according to this one here, if we take this here, this is number 10 if I'm right. Okay. We have to find the volume of the big cylinder minus the volume of the smaller cylinder. Of course, I will always start off with the formula, which is pi r squared times h, pi r squared times h. And this one does say round to the nearest tenth place. So the big cylinder, it will have a radius of 12. The smaller cylinder will have a radius of 6. So I'll go ahead and put pi times 12 squared times, and both of them have the same height of 16, minus pi times the smaller cylinder. Well, again, like I said, we'll have a radius of 6. This would be 6 squared times 16. So I will go ahead and take that and plug it into the calculator real quick. And like I said, this calculator gives me the option of working things out. If yours doesn't give you that option, which is fine, just work out one at a time. Work out this part, put the answer, minus, work out this part, put the answer, then go ahead and subtract it, okay? For time's sake, I'm just putting everything inside the calculator. So this will be 144, 12 to the second power, so 144 times pi times 16 minus 6 times 6 is 36, so it'll be 36 pi times 16 will give me an answer of 5,428.67. So since set it rounded to the nearest tenth place, I'll put 5,428.7 as your final result. So it's 5428. 5428.7. Check your work, and it is correct.